Welcome to week 5 of the Elestriad, where ShadyPenguinn, representing Hephaestus and the Fire Pantheon, is throwing down against Drewby, representing Aeolus and the Wind Pantheon. If you didn't know, these two casters are real-life best friends, and they often playtest Elestrals together as they prepare for their Elestriad clash. So this is a doozy. This is a key rivalry, as both these casters are actually fighting for a playoff spot right now. Remember, only the top 4 casters get to the playoffs and have a chance to have themselves Eternalize and Immortality in Elestrals as a card themselves. So this is a big deal. Let's see what these two casters are going to open up, and let me know who you got in the comments section below. Let's dive in.
All right, we will make this short and sweet for you guys. It is week 5 of the Elestriad here, and I am going to be opening up the Water Majesty starter deck to add to my reservoir. I don't think at this point in the tournament I have to go over all the cards. I understand this is more for posterity, so each opponent can know what cards we have available. So I'm getting everything available in the water deck. I will, however, see if we can manage to pull a Stellar together, because that would be awesome.
What is going on, guys? Drewby here, bringing you our product opening for week 5 of the Elestriad. And as you can see from our last matches, we've been outran or outpaced or outcontrolled by pretty much counter runes. We have just been, both our last games, like turn 2, turn 3, our opponent has had 3+ counter runes, and it just absolutely ruined us. So we have tsunamis and things like that in our decks, or in my past decks, but we need more, I feel. So what we're going to do, we are going to open the Earth starter deck over here, get the poison tips out from here, and throw those bad boys in.
Here we have Majesty, which we're not really looking for. Sluggles we're not really looking for. Globby we're not really looking for. Smoltuga, I have 400. Krakatuga, because I want to actually play a defensive burn deck. I want to try it. I want to try it out. So we're gonna probably build Krakatuga. I'm not sure. When you guys see the building part, maybe it's different, but I get 2 more Krakatuga. That puts me at 3 of them. I'm playing it. We got Foamies. We get Aphoros, which is kind of something I'm considering playing, because it's another Nexus. It's the Water Nexus Elestral, and I kind of want to have access to it. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do some digging. And then we have Oystress, which is a cool defensive card for sure. Gains 3, but Mustoshin now, I have 3 Mustoshin. So I'm not sure if I actually run all 3, but this is a pretty good defensive card because its stat line is 1/6. It's 6 defense, and if a burn deck has to play slow, that's going to be something I'm going to play. As long as Galaxia is enchanted, swap each Water Elestral's attack and defense. So that's kind of cool. This is a 5/2, right? It's a 5/2. Kind of might be worth playing. It's either 5/2 or a 2/5. And I would just misenchant it to make it a 2/5, which is kind of cool. Warmite, I don't care too much about. Palacrius, I don't care much about. We already have Nectar of the Gods. The only other card I'm really opening this for, you can Nexus water from this Poseidon. That's all you could do? That's Poseidon? Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that's what it did. Trying to Poseidon. I already have my 3 tsunamis, but I wanted more Eruption. This was a guaranteed way to get my Eruption. So Eruption was the big one, and Shield of Achilles. So truthfully, if I'm honest, I opened up this starter deck so that I could get Eruption, Shield of Achilles, and Krakatuga. Those are the 3 cards I really cared about. Of course, we have the spirits now. We have infinite water available to us, fire and wind, since we've opened up all those starter decks. I'm gonna go ahead and build for week 5.
There's also other things in here that we might want to use, and I'll show you what those cards are. What those cards are. Oh my god, I can't even talk when we get there. But for now, let's see what we got going on. We have the beautiful Centaur over here. Big body. Sprouter, and Sprouter. Looks like we did not get the Stellar, but it is all good. Satimber, there's like the little lineup over here. Spinal Nymph, pretty decent card. Now, this is a card that I might want to play, is the Spinosect. It is a Earth Wind Elestral over here, and it's 9/1. When it's in defense, it can attack. So, definitely not a bad card. It is an option for us because we already have the Wind deck. So, might as well maybe, just maybe, get a little zesty. Driftlore is pretty decent as well. Then we have the Equal Links over here. Tectorus is cute. Rumor Gem is nice for the searching. More P-Gus. We get our 3rd Arrow Man if we want to run that. We have some more Boom Bats if we need. We also have more Nectar of the Gods. We already have all of our Ambrosia. Circle of the Sky. We now have some Demeters or Demeter. To get some more Earthquakes. And here we go. Poison tipped arrows. We definitely want those. And then, of course, we get all the Earth spirits that we could need for sure as well. But mostly what I wanted from this deck in all honesty, where these guys, some more Earthquakes, a third Arrow Mare if we want, and the Spinosex. The rest are just icing on top. I already have everything we need there, so nothing too crazy. The main things we did want are these guys right here. Granted, we already had Earthquakes, but now we definitely have the Earth Spirits that we need to run them, and more importantly, we got some more counter runes to play. We have a third Arrow Mare, and we might have another Ascend option if we want. Here's what we got. This is the main things we want, and that is going to be our product opening for week 5 of the Elestriad. And let's get back into win column, man. I'm tired of losing, to be honest. So have a good one, guys. We'll see you for the match.
I think it was really smart for Shady to dive into the starter deck and grab some of those eruptions to go for that burn strategy. I think it's a really viable strategy with what Shady has working with. So I'm curious to see how he's going to build his deck this week going up against Drewby.
All right, week 6 of the Elestriad is upon us. Is it week 6 or week 5? I think it's week 5. Yeah, it's week 5. What am I saying? Week 5 is upon us, and I'm finished building for my match with my best friend, Drewby. So last week we had pretty big dagger of a game, and I ended up, instead of going away from burn, I decided to go full force into it because I really want to see how it does. Last week we bricked. Our build wasn't great. We were trying to play burn without like a full build, and that was definitely my mistake. But you know what? Today we have what I consider pretty much a full build for burn, because we did open up the water starter deck. Let me zoom in a little bit here, but we're gonna go over our Elestrals first today instead of going the opposite way. I just wanna make sure I'm in focus. There we go, that's good. We have the Astrabid here. We're running 3 Astrabid still because it is just one of the best cards in the game. And now our deck gets a little interesting. We have 2 Sluggle. Sluggle is here. When we cast a Sluggle, we can return up to 3 Water Spirits from our Underworld back to our Spirit deck. Pretty good card. It's regeneration. We got 2 of them in here. Then we have 2 Galaxia. If I had a 3rd Galaxia, I'd run 2 Sluggle instead. But here we have 2 Galaxia, which is a 2/5. And as long as this Galaxia is enchanted, swap each water enchanted Elestrals attack with its defense. So we can play it in attack with it being enchanted with water. Now it's a 5 stat line attack, or we can misenchant it in defense and have it be a 2/5. We're actually going to be running 1 Wind Spirit just for the instance where I need an Elestral that can wall the Sorlet, because Drewby has a lot of Sorlets, and I don't like them against this deck. It's really, really good against this deck. It's kind of a mistake to go with the burn build this week, but I'm going to try it anyway because of this card right here, Foamy. 2/3 water type Elestral, and when this Foamy is destroyed in battle, you can special cast an Elestral with enchantment cost 1 water from your deck in defense position. I love that. I love being able to build a board. That's so cool on death. It feels very reminiscent of the card games. Now we have Nekruff here. Nekruff is the 5/1. When this Nekruff destroys an opponent's Elestral in battle, they must expend a spirit. So we can get some passive damage off on anything that is not a 5 stat line. I like that a lot. I really don't have many ways to buff this though, so it's gonna have to be good, you know? It's gonna have to be good. Then we have Mustachian. We have Mustachian, which is a 1/6 water. You know, pretty good stat line. And I can expend a water spirit in order to swap this Mustachian's attack and defense till the end phase. This can be activated when your opponent casts normal casts an Elestral. So it's a 1/6 in defense, or it's a 6/1 in attack. And then of course there's the Galaxia synergy, right? I can play this in attack if Galaxia is out. A little dangerous though, because if they get rid of the Galaxia, now I go into a 1/6. Kind of dangerous, but I like it. Then we have the star of the show, Triple Krakatuga, baby. We had this last week. You already know I can expend 2 fire to deal 3 damage to my opponent's spirit deck. And then also if I play, or any player plays Eruption, I can destroy and target a card. Target and destroy a card. Really, really good. That is our entire Elestral lineup. It is, I think, 3, 6, 8, 10, 13, 16, 18 Elestrals. Now we're running 1 Earthquake. This is potentially a mistake, but I got double Earthquake last week and I felt really bad. So we're running 1 Earthquake. The reason why it might be a mistake is because this deck is very heavy on water and fire. So having room for the 2 earth is kind of a dagger, but we're gonna do it anyway. Then we have Rise from Ashes, a new card we're playing. We pulled this in week 1 actually, but this allows you to target an Elestral in your Underworld and special cast it in attack position. This is very, very useful for Krakatuga. If Krakatuga gets Earthquaked or gets removed somehow, or if I wanna be super zesty, a play I thought of is having the Krakatuga out, activating its effect, then going ahead and ascending into another one, putting the Krakatuga in the Underworld, then activating Rise from Ashes. Super heavy play when it comes to the amount of spirits we would need to pull it off, but this deck will thrive on getting like 9 to 12 damage off in 1 turn. That's how this deck wins. Then we have Double Resting on Your Laurels. We already know that card. We have Triple Nectar of the Gods, which might be too many, but we're gonna play triple. We're going double Gorgon's Gaze because it's all we have. We're going triple Shield of Achilles because we did pull two more from the starter deck that we opened. We have triple Ambrosia because this deck is very spirit energy heavy. We have 1 Drops of Leaf. I was considering going 2 Nectar of the Gods and 2 Drops of Leaf, but I don't know how to feel about this card yet. But I can reveal any number of cards from my hand, shuffle them, and draw that many cards +1. I didn't realize it was +1. So it's not, you don't go -1 when you use this card. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. I'm gonna make an on-the-fly adjustment, I think. And we're gonna go double Drops of Leaf here. So it's actually gonna be 2 Nectar of the Gods and double Drops of Leaf. This is basically gonna be a way for us to fix our hand and see these eruptions. We got triple eruption here. Like I said, if Krakatook is out, you want to save your eruptions till the end game, but if Krakatook is out and we're in a tough spot, we can use it as like a destroy effect and deal damage. So that might end up happening. Then we have triple Tsunami, which is pretty much my only, this and Shield are like the biggest defensive cards in my deck, obviously. I wish I had poison tipped arrows, but I don't have them. So that's it for my entire deck profile. Spirit deck, I have to build that. All right, so that is done. This feels really bad. I really can't afford to put 1 Wind Spirit in this deck. I wanted to for the counterplay against the Sorlet, but I really can't. We're sitting at 9 Vapyro, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Vapyro. We're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Leviathan, which feels like not enough, but we're gonna really hope that Sluggles and Ambrosias come through. Then we have 2 Terra Atlas for the Earth and then 2 Zaptor for the Astrabbit, and that's it. That's our Spirit deck, that's our whole deck. Let's see how this match against Drewby goes.
I really like that build from Shady, and I think he's got a really good advantage going into this one, considering that Drewby's Wind deck often uses a lot of spirits early, so if Shady can activate those eruptions, I think he might have a good chance. But let's see what Drewby's gonna bring this week. He's got some really cool tools, including Volt Tempest. Is that gonna be the center of his strategy? Let's take a look.
What is going on, guys? Drewby here, bringing you our deck builder for week 5 of the Elestriad. Now, we had some friendly advice at the last game. We had some changes going on. We saw that we opened the Earth starter deck to get some more Canna runes there and more support in that regard. So the deck is pretty much, I mean, I guess it definitely did change a bit. I mean, first and foremost, we now have a 3-1-1 package. Don't kind of go that hard on Twindra. But if I do get rid of the Twindra, then this is like just dead. But we're gonna go with a 3-1-1 there, see how that goes for us, and then we are back on our Sorlet grind now. Sorlet at 3. This card is still amazing, a 5-1 body, and it could just absolutely disrupt the flow of play and get momentum back in your favor. Pika still at 2. Might go back to 3 at some point, but I think 2 is fine for now. Nothing crazy there. We can always switch him out with Aeolus as well when we need it. So we got a nice little 2-piece there. Aeromare is now at 3. I just think this card is phenomenal. Like, being a 4 or 5 body, turn 1, it's so good. And then we have the double glides there to ascend into if we need. Because if you get this going, it's just so powerful being able to attack 2 Elestrals and then also having to be untargeted once Aeromare is supporting the Glidesdale as well. So it's just like, it's just really solid. I think a 4 or 5 body is really good. So we got that going on there for that package, and then we still have our 1-ups. We went down to 1 Griffuse. I don't think we really need 2. We have a lot of searching and like be able to thin the deck out, so I think 1 should be fine. Should be able to get between like the Nectar of the Gods and the Astrabbits and whatnot. Should be able to find it, but we get our Stadium, our Divine, and our another card to ascend off of or into as well. So we got that going on, and then we have double Boom Bat instead of 3. We've been getting so many Boom Bats in our hand. It's been like, it's honestly been really messing us up in the last couple of games. I've always had 2 or 3 Boom Bats in my hand. That's been really annoying. So cut it down to 2. Still a phenomenal card. I would definitely say probably a guaranteed 2 of in a lot of decks, especially in like a draft format. But that's really solid right there. So we got Boom Bat at 2. Triple Astrabbit. This still might change to 2 as well. But being able to switch for any card, like a turn 1 play, it's so freaking strong. Yeah, Sorlet kind of messes it up. Like, without Sorlet, this card would be just running rampant, I feel, against a lot of decks. Turn 1 just sitting there and, like, surviving. But 3 Astrabbit, grab a card. It's phenomenal. We got our 1 Volt Tempest because big body. And then we have Zeus Enchanted. Guess what? He ain't being targeted, right? That's what he does, right? Can't be targeted. Yes, by opponent's card effects. So, guess what? That means Celestial effects and runes as well. So, big pogs there. on the Veolia, Aeolus, and Zeus. One stadium card, because really hasn't made a difference. I really haven't really been seeing anyone else play their stadium cards. Could be make or break difference for us, but now we're going to go mostly back to a wind focus with the deck. So we got that going on. Aeolus for the 1-drop searches, and then Zeus for our Volt Tempest, and obviously could change the flow of the game as well, make it something neg 3. So one of each of those, I think that's fine as is. We now have 1 Earthquake in the deck, double Tsunami, and then I want to try to put more Earthquake, but I feel like it's hard to fit right now. We have Ambrosia's going here. We got the Nectar of the Gods going. You can see all this, right? Yeah, we got that going. We have Pandora's Box in here now as well. You saw that mess me up last game. And like it didn't really mess me up, but it was, I mean, this was my whole entire turn. So I think Pandora's Box at 1 is fine. Don't gotta go too hard on that. Kind of expensive, but very worth when you pay it off, or get the effect off, and then it gets the momentum back in your favor, obviously. 2 Nectar of the Gods to draw, 2 Point Step Arrows now to form a Disruption, 3 Ambrosia because Ambrosia is just insane, and then 2 Shield of Achilles. I would get more. I probably will get more. Maybe open another deck after this, but we'll see. And then that is our deck right there. And then for the Spirit deck, we got... Ooh, I just smacked the mic. My bad, everybody. For the Spirit deck, we still have a 10 on the Winds. Kind of want to up that, but we have 5/5. That's 10. We have 3, 6, 7 Thunder, 2 Earth, 1 Water. Now we have tricolor. I'm sorry, we have quad color going on right now. We just have the 2 Earth there for the Earthquake when it may come to be, and that is the deck, guys. We'll see you for the battle or the match. Have a great day. We'll see you next time.
All in all, I think we're headed to an epic clash between 2 best friends. Let me know who you got in the comments section below. I'm excited for this one. I think there's some really cool pieces to this puzzle on how this could play out. I can't wait for the clash. I hope you guys are pumped. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys for the clash tomorrow.